The lights of New York City soften as Fashion Week begins. And in the heart of Manhattan, anticipation builds for a show that promises not only glamour, but a vision of how women will live and dress in the seasons ahead. The Michael Kors Spring-Summer 2026 collection arrives with the promise of ease, wanderlust, and understated luxury, offering a kind of fashion that is not just worn, but lived in. Guests arrive from every corner of the globe. Celebrities slip into their seats, editors ready their pens, and influencers hold their cameras poised to capture every moment. The atmosphere inside the venue feels like a retreat from the relentless city outside. The setting has been transformed into a sanctuary. Warm wood accents, paper lanterns glowing like moons, lush greenery echoing distant beaches, and a calm soundtrack that already hints at the relaxed, effortless elegance to come. Michael Kors, ever the traveler and storyteller, takes his audience on a journey through clothing. For Spring-Summer 2026, his vision is called Earthly Elegance, and it is inspired by the heat, humidity, and sensual ease of tropical locales. He speaks of pareos, sarongs, kaftans, and tunics, garments that traditionally carry the rhythm of islands and breezes, and imagines them reinterpreted for the modern metropolis. He asks, how can the lightness of resort wear, the comfort of vacation dressing exist in the center of Manhattan, where skyscrapers rise like cliffs and sidewalks pulse with relentless speed? The answer arrives with the first look, and with it the beginning of a narrative that blends city and shore, structure and freedom, everyday practicality and aspirational beauty. The opening model strides forward wearing wide-legged trousers of camel linen that glide with every step, their simplicity elevated by cut and proportion. A silk blouse, slightly unbuttoned, falls into natural folds, hinting at a casual sensuality. It is the Michael Kors woman as we know her, confident, polished, but also unafraid of ease. Immediately, we see the balance that will define this collection: strength and softness, structure and relaxation. One look later, tailoring enters, with a blazer cut in warm neutral tones. But beneath the blazer is transparency, gauzy layering that allows fabric to breathe. The juxtaposition is striking yet seamless, a wardrobe that understands women do not live in one mode only, but shift constantly between roles, moods, and moments. As the show unfolds, a story of silhouettes emerges. Relaxed trousers appear again and again, paired with tunics, sheer overlays, and fluid dresses. Kaftan-inspired pieces sway with motion, never clinging, always liberating. Blazers are reimagined sleeveless, lightweight, adaptable. Evening wear is not sculpted into rigid armor, but softened with draping and fluidity. Dresses shimmer with subtle embroidery, delicate sequins catching light but never overpowering the woman who wears them. Kors reminds us that glamour can be comfortable that evening, wear can whisper rather than shout, that luxury can feel as easy as slipping into a second skin. The palette is equally thoughtful, rooted in the earth, yet touched by sky and sunset. Neutrals dominate early in the show: camel, sand, stone, ivory, and deep espresso. These tones feel grounded, timeless, archetypal of the Kors aesthetic. Then, like the burst of a tropical bloom, color arrives. Coral pinks, guava reds, sun-warmed saffron, and glowing peach scatter across dresses and accessories. The effect is like a city street suddenly washed in sunset, or a desert horizon touched by unexpected flowers. Metallics enter sparingly, shimmering silver and muted gold, adding glints of light that recall evening on the water. Every shade feels deliberate, reminding us that color, like clothing, can shift mood and redefine presence. Fabrics play their own role in the narrative. Linen and cotton provide breathability, practicality, and a sense of natural ease. Sheer organza overlays reveal glimpses of skin while maintaining dignity and elegance. Satin catches the spotlight, draping luxuriously without stiffness. Crochet and perforated suede add texture, artisanal touches that hint at handcrafted traditions. Lightweight knits appear in unexpected forms, designed not for winter layering, but for summer breezes. Every material is selected to perform in both humid tropics and bustling cities, reflecting the dual life the collection imagines. Accessories deepen the story of earthly elegance. Oversized leather jewelry adds sculptural weight to otherwise breezy outfits. Bags are crafted in woven textures and supple leather, from slouchy totes that could accompany a traveler to structured handbags designed for city meetings. Belts cinch waists but often trail loosely, emphasizing movement rather than constraint. Footwear carries the same duality. Simple flat sandals evoke beaches and travel, while chunky-heeled mules and strappy platforms ensure the collection remains firmly within the realm of urban chic. Every detail complements the garments, reinforcing the message that practicality and luxury can coexist without compromise. As models continue down the runway, it becomes clear that Kors is not merely presenting clothes, but painting a portrait of modern life. The Michael Kors woman is dynamic, moving from city streets to beaches, from boardrooms to candlelit terraces. She is never pinned down to a single identity. Her wardrobe must accommodate ambition and leisure, seriousness and play. Each outfit in the collection embodies this versatility. A sheer tunic paired with linen trousers could just as easily appear on a yacht in Santorini as at a rooftop dinner in Manhattan. A sparkling gown, though rich with embellishment, remains breathable and fluid, designed to move as gracefully on a dance floor as it does down the runway. The mood inside the venue reflects the resonance of this vision. Celebrities including Gwyneth Paltrow, Olivia Wilde, and Ariana DeBose sit front row, leaning in to study the details. Editors jot notes with approving nods, acknowledging that while the collection doesn't chase shock value, it offers relevance, clarity, and desirability. Influencers capture each look, knowing their audiences will see clothing that feels both aspirational and attainable. Applause ripples throughout the crowd at key moments. The unveiling of a particularly dramatic draped gown, the playful swish of fringe on a kaftan-inspired piece, the finale dress that glows with the colors of a tropical sunset. Critics will later describe the collection as wearable luxury, effortless elegance, and a masterclass in balancing fantasy with function. They will remark on Kors' ability to interpret travel not as costume, but as philosophy, to distill the essence of leisure and translate it into city life. They will note the way he draws from tradition, sarongs, pareos, kaftans, without reducing them to novelty, instead elevating them with tailoring, fabrics, and context. Above all, they will recognize the collection as a celebration of comfort that does not sacrifice style, a reminder that true glamour is never uncomfortable. The finale arrives with a crescendo, a flowing gown layered in soft fabrics that shimmer under lantern light closes the show. It embodies the entire narrative, grounded yet ethereal, structured yet free, metropolitan yet global. As the final model disappears backstage and the music fades, the audience erupts in applause, recognizing that they have witnessed not only a fashion show, but a meditation on lifestyle, on identity, on the art of dressing for a complex modern world. Michael Kors steps onto the runway, smiling, waving modestly, receiving the acclaim not for spectacle, but for truth. His bow is brief, his statement already made through the clothes themselves. As guests drift into the New York night, the memory of the show lingers like a scent, like the glow of sunset on skin. The lanterns dim, the wood panels stand quiet, but the vision Kors has shared travels with everyone who attended. It is the memory of linen trousers brushing against ankles, of coral silk catching the light, of sandals tapping gently against the floorboards. It is the memory of a philosophy made tangible, that clothing should not restrict but liberate, that style should not overwhelm but enhance, that fashion should not dictate but invite. Michael Kors Spring Summer 2026 is more than an amazing fashion show. It is an invitation to embrace earthly elegance, to live with ease, to carry wanderlust into daily life, to discover the beauty in garments that breathe, that flow, that whisper of journeys both taken and imagined. It is a reminder that fashion at its best connects us to the world, to the elements, to each other, and to ourselves. This is Michael Kors's gift to the season, a collection of clothes that feel not only beautiful but necessary, garments that carry us forward lightly, confidently, and with enduring grace.